We're in a very difficult situation here in the state, and that situation is really the result of the failure of the federal government on two fronts. They have failed to secure the Texas-Mexico border, and they have failed to come up with a sensible immigration policy for our country. And those two things combined have created a tremendous burden. And my concern, and I'm not saying I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but my concern is less for the person who I would call an economic refugee, someone who comes here to work, than it is for the hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, who are special interest aliens who are not from Mexico that are using that unsecured border to cross into our country. And I think that we may have testimony later from DPS, and I know we did during the regular session, something close to 300 people that we've caught coming across the Texas-Mexico border who are from Afghanistan or other countries that harbor al-Qaeda that have nothing to do, that the people of Mexico are our friends, but we share a common enemy, and that common enemy is the drug cartels and the gangs that work in that, and we also have a common enemy with the terrorist organizations that would do either of our countries harm. And I think that we have to recognize that this is something that, from a state standpoint, we don't develop immigration policy, but we have to have a reasonable way to identify people who are in the country legally, and we have to have a uniform policy. And the purpose for doing that is to prevent racial profiling, which is specifically prohibited by this, and to make sure that there's a uniform standard that everybody is treated the same throughout the state. That's what my goal is here, and I believe that's what we've accomplished, and I certainly want to continue to listen to concerns that committee members and others might have, but I really appreciate your comments. Thank you very much.